All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon from wherever the hell you may be. So one commenter wrote, Izzy F says, talk about the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm going to have that clip for you upcoming here on TYT Sports. If you saw what occurred yesterday, Shaun White won his third Olympic gold medal. It is the first time that an American male has won 3 gold medals across 3 Olympic Games in the same event. And to see Shaun White do it was exhilarating. It was must-see TV. He took on fierce competition, one that has been a phenom like Shaun White since he was 13 years old. I'll get into that in just a moment. But the back and forth that occurred with Shaun White having the highest score after his first run, falling on the second, and then posting his winning score on the third was just exhilarating. It was awesome to watch. So in 2014, Shaun White had to overcome falling many times, not having his best runs, and finishing 4th in the fake Olympic Games of Sochi. And he even was quoted as saying, in Sochi, I just didn't have it in me. So then fast forward to him training and competing in October in New Zealand, when he had a crash that left him with 62 stitches. He was 5 days in the intensive care unit, and he had emergency surgery on his nose and upper lip. Meanwhile, in South Korea, he still had those same stitches on his lip. His mom was even quoted as saying, I wanted him to stop snowboarding. So who was his competition? A Japanese snowboarder named Ayumu Hirano, who was 19 years old. At just 13 years old, he was viewed as the great next snowboarder, and at 14 won X Games gold. He's only 5'2", he's tiny, but he is an incredible competitor on the halfpipe, where 2 weeks prior to the Olympics, he won X Games gold in X Games Aspen, beating out Scotty James, who ended up winning the bronze and was on the podium just last night. And he posted a 95.25. His second run, he had back-to-back 1440s. So he was already looking like he was going to unseat Shaun White and be the Olympic gold medalist for the halfpipe and snowboarding. For Shaun White, he pulled off, according to the New York Times, something he had not done before. So this is incredible. Not even in practice. A clean run with back-to-back 1440s, a quadruple corkscrew of sorts, performed in opposite directions on opposite walls, as you're seeing the photos from the New York Times that display just how incredible these runs were and what he did. Todd Richards was quoted as saying, that is the run that White needed, and he put it down. Pressure makes him freak out in a halfpipe, and it's so good for us as fans because we get to see the best riding ever whenever Shaun White pushes his limits. Todd Harris was also quoted as saying, it's the return of the king in the men's halfpipe after Shaun White won. In 2006 Torino, Olympic gold. In 2010 Vancouver, Olympic gold. And now, an Olympic gold medalist once again in South Korea. And here's the thing. He's also, we think, going to be competing in the 2020 Olympic Games. And you're saying, well, how is he going to compete in the 2020 Olympic Games? And I believe it's in Tokyo. Skateboarding is now an Olympic sport. So we could see Shaun White do what he has done previously in the X Games for the Olympics. Let us know your thoughts. Comment section below. Subscribe to TYT Sports.